Yes, people, I'm Pndit Jay and you're listening to The Lock-In. But hey, listen, you need to be aware there might be some strong language and all of that. So don't start crying if you're offended, yeah?
Yes, everyone, and welcome to The Lock-In, the brand new podcasting channel that used to be that United family, but not anymore. It is now called The Lock-In. You might see a familiar face on the screen, which is my mate, Russel Bland from Twitter.
Twitter. Yes, mate.
By the way, that sounds like that we've never met in person, by the way. We have. Met. We have, yeah. It sounds, that was a bit of a weird introduction. You have to bear with me because what I am... I've not done this in a long fucking time. A long time. But this is The Lock-In. It's a brand new podcasting channel, a weekly podcast where we're going to talk about all sorts of random shit. Today we're going to start with football. We've got guests lined up from the footballing world. We've got guests lined up from TV. Guests lined up from all sorts of natures of the world. And before we do properly kickstart the podcast, we're going to talk about what is going on and why this is new and why Russell's here and why I'm here and why everyone's here.
Why is Russell here?
Why is Russell here? Russell, so basically I wanted to start a proper podcast where it's not just football related, not just Manchester United related, and not just sort of in the world of the football stratosphere of the internet. And Russell is one of... Russell, can I call you Russell? That's
yeah, of course you can. I only did Rusty as just like an alias for YouTube rather than just be... I wanted to be called something different, you know what I mean? I not recognised as my past life because it was too dodgy, but you could call me Russell.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. No, but Rusty is the co-host. It's a joint venture as such. We're gonna kickstart. We've rebranded the channel, the old channel. I invited Russell over to be a co-host, and he kindly accepted, which I was very grateful for. Just because I think, actually, should we just get this off here a minute? Should we just get this off there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, too close. Too close.
Sorry, yeah, too close.
Not moisturised today.
Sorry, we won't start with that. We won't start with that screen, but no, this is going to go out across YouTube and across other podcasting platforms such as iTunes and Spotify. So if you have got them accounts, then if you are on the move and you are driving or running or I don't know what the fuck, whatever you do, listening to a podcast, they will be on there. So the links will be in the description on YouTube, on Twitters and all the social media outlets. So make sure to get over there and check them out. But no, welcome, Russell. Thanks for joining me, mate. If I'm honest.
Thanks for inviting me, mate. Because I think you originally sent me a message. Do you know anybody who's up for doing a podcast? and I sent you that long, distinguished list of amazing people, and they must have all turned you down. And you're like, you know what? I was after you all the time. I was like, I knew it.
No. What it was the feelers, mate. It was like, does he want to do it or not? Because I quite fancy him.
I'm well up for it, mate. Yeah, and we have met before. We have met in real life because we met in Manchester.
Yeah, we did Old Trafford. We did a video outside Old Trafford, didn't we?
With little John, and I've never. What did you buy for the outdoor food market in Manchester?
That wasn't that day, was it?
Yeah, that was that day.
Was it?
Yeah, when
John. Oh yeah, was it? Fucking hell. But that was, I brought a massive burrito, didn't I, with chips and all sorts in it. Smashed it in about...
I've never seen someone, like, food Olympics. Like, everyone else was struggling and getting lethargic halfway through, and, like, Karl had just, like, swallowed it in one. It was amazing scenes.
Mate, don't mess with a hungry man, mate. Do you know what I mean? I was so hungry that dinner, mate. It was a well-nice burrito as well. That's one thing I do miss about Manchester, mate. The food markets on Thursday through to Sundays, mate. The food markets in Daily Gardens, mate. Absolutely epic, mate. What a fucking time to be alive, mate. But no, honestly, so we're going to pilot a series here. The first series is probably going to be 5 episodes long with some guests, probably 2 or maybe 2 guests from the first series. And then we'll get a proper guest, and then we'll get some other people coming on to sort of compliment me and Russell, because Russell's really funny and I'm just funnier. So we'll get someone to come and compliment the conversation on. It could be anything. It could be, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? which fucking person in your family would you kill first if it came to it? It could be any. It could be some mental shit. Do you know what I mean?
I love Karl that you've got, for those who are not watching it visually and just listening to it audio, that Karl's got a lovely setup with like his nice microphone and everything. And I just got like an old pair of Xbox headphones on, which have actually, if you look close enough, I've got a bit of sellotape holding them together. Forever the professional, my friend. You know what I mean? I'm letting the team down already. I was going to set up my microphone, but then just thought, it's too much that can't work, innit?
No, I wouldn't bother, mate, because
I'm going to do it in future. I'm going to up my game. The further we go in, the more professional I will become.
The thing is, though, mate, it's right. Let me let you into a little secret. It's a £30 microphone, mate.
Yeah.
With a boom, right? Which is not a boom. It's about as big as my left leg. I'm sat in a tiny corner in my bedroom because even though we just moved into this house, we've just got a new house, which is up in the apartments, up right at the top floor. We've managed to bag another bedroom. So it's on the move again within 6 months. It's a fucking nightmare. So it's all gonna change again. So I wouldn't fucking worry about that much. No, but thanks for everyone for joining. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video and get your comments in. Well, just a welcome comment would be absolutely perfect at this point. So right, listen, let's jump into this. Today we're gonna, I've brought the title of the podcast. We are gonna try and predict not the Manchester United. That's the old me. We're gonna try and predict the Premier League positionings in the old tier list malarkey. So how do I do it, Russell? There we go. We've got it. So we've got a tier list here. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections of the tier list. We've got from champions, qualification for Champions League / top 4. Qualification for the UEFA competitions, 5th, 6th, sometimes 7th, because of the old Conference League that is now, which is absolutely mental, by the way. UEFA Conference League.
I don't even see. It just sounds dodgy anyway, because obviously if you're from England, you know that one of our lowest divisions is called the Conference League. Right? And then over there, I see the picture, and there's like a team in it. I don't know where they're from, like Belarus Division 7 or something like that. And as UEFA rulings, you've got to have your name and your number on your shirt. They couldn't afford it, and like they just wrote it on in like permanent marker, and like the numbers on it. It was amazing. It's an absolute fiasco.
That is why it shouldn't be a thing, mate. It's just like, honestly, Tottenham are in it this year, aren't they?
Yeah, Tottenham. West Ham in Europa League.
No, you're West Ham Europa League, and Tottenham finished 7th, didn't they? So they're in Europa Conference. If they don't win that, mate, then banter.
Shocking, won't it?
Then we've got mid-table meteorarchy. Is that a word?
It is now.
It is now. We've created it. That's Tottenham, threatened by relegation but staying up, and then relegated bottom 3. So obviously bottom 3, only 3 teams at the bottom, only 1 team at the top. We're cooking on gas. 20 teams to choose from, 20 updated teams to choose from. We've got Brentford, Norwich, and Watford, obviously the promoting teams from the Championship last year. Cooking on gas. Right, Russell, where do you want to start from? Do you want to start from bottom or do you want to start at the top?
I think you've got to start from the bottom, aren't you, and build up to the champions.
Which are obviously Manchester United. Actually,
it's the finale.
So, Can I just start this a minute? Manchester United, top. There you go.
Top.
But,
yeah, just put United in there.
Yeah. Let's start from the bottom, shall we?
Right. I'll start you off then. Well, I think at the bottom of the league, I reckon new boys Watford are going to really struggle, Karl. Just with the firepower, they brought Joshua King in, I think, but they've still got like Ismaila Sarr, is it?
Mm-hmm.
1 second, I've got a cough. Right. Yeah, and I can't remember the striker, but there's not enough firepower to compete in the Premier League. They went up in an automatic position last season with 63 goals in the Championship, which is not a lot of goals in the Championship. So I don't know where they're going to find the goals from in the Premier League. And I think they might be Premier League whipping bodies for me, mate.
Yeah, no, I do as well, to be fair, mate. So
do you agree with me straight off?
I do. No, Watford. Yeah, Watford were one of mine, mate. I'll agree with you straight away because yeah, no, I do, mate. The what we're doing here is Russell's got a list. Russell's compiled his list, and I'm literally just going to agree or disagree because Well, because I've not done any research. So
well, if you agree that easy, this video or podcast is going to be over within 20 minutes.
No, because I think the bottom sort of half is quite easy to agree on. I think when it comes to sort of UEFA, Europa League and Champions League qualifications, I think potentially could be like a sort of top 8 teams in this league at the minute. It might get a little bit difficult. But go on, then. Watford, I agree with Watford. I think Watford are going to be one of the favourites to go down there. I do.
All right, then. This one might be contentious because there's obviously 3 teams that have come up, but I only think 2 of them will automatically go back down straight away. I think this season Palace are going to really struggle. The loss of Roy Hodgson, the fact that the whole squad just needs a massive overhaul. You've got an underperforming Louis Saha who just doesn't want to be there. He wants to play Champions League football or some kind of European football. So I just don't think his head's going to be in the game. They're so inconsistent as well and no quality in their team. I think they're going to have a really difficult season, mate. I think they need to go down. You know, sometimes when you say that, you need to go down to come back up because they do. You need to go down, have a shift in the team, in the squad, in the club, and then find the way back. And it's a shame because, you know, the Palace are quite historically, linked with the Premier League and known in the Premier League. But I think the time is up.
Yeah, no, yeah. Do you know what? You are fucking... You're reading my mind here. I think the appointment of Patrick Vieira is a poor one, to be fair, because he's historically in his managerial career, he's not really done anything. And I think if you lose someone like Roy Hodgson, who's famously kept him in the league, yes, he plays boring football, and yes, he's a bit old, and yes, he does old school shit, 4-4-2, blah blah blah. I think that's probably benefited Palace, if I'm honest, and especially with the old contracts that's cracked on the end of the season. They've lost like 4 or 5 players, or key players to not just renewing their contract. Like players like Gary Cahill, I know he's like 33, 34 and that, but he was like a mainstay in their team last season. And they've lost like the spine of their team. I think, like you said before, Wilfried Zaha, he's wanted out for about 10 years. I think Wilf has.
I think I said Louis Zaha then. I always do that.
Louis?
I might have done. I usually do when it comes to Wilfried Zaha. Louis Zaha.
I swear you just said Zaha.
I hope I did. If it doesn't matter now, I'll just embarrass myself by saying I usually say it. Idiot. But yeah, are you agreeing with me there then?
Yeah, Palace are definitely going down, mate. Where the fuck are Palace? There we are. Get in there, mate. Go on, who's your next? Who's your next one? You're not going to say Brentford, are you?
Well, no, and I wasn't influenced by talking to you earlier and you thinking Brentford might have a decent season. So no, it's not Brentford. I think they're the only new boys that have got enough in their locker this season and a bit of cash behind them as well. They brought in a few signings who won't be going down. So that only leaves
Norwich.
The Canary,
Norwich, fuck it, well, fuck. We don't need to speak about the fucking yo-yo team of the century, mate.
Well, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they are. And last time in the Premier League, it was just despicable. It was like one of the worst performances.
Woeful. Do you know what? Right, I don't understand how they're so bad in the Premier League. Like they're woeful, and they come straight back up every year.
Do you know what? Me putting him in 18th place is really respectful. It's me saying you've learnt a bit from 20th. Move up 2 spots. Well done. But you're going back down again.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, they're not good enough to go back down again. And again, Norwich, another team like in the 80s, 90s, historically, were always in the mix in the Premier League. Not like up the top like they were a couple of times, but you always, when you heard Norwich City, you thought Premier League or Old League.
Darren Huckabees, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But for me, they're going straight back down, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're wank, mate. They are wank. They are wank, mate. There's no fucking doubt about it. By the way, guys, if you don't agree with any of our selections, make sure you get them in the comment section.
Delia Smith will be in there now. Watch.
Where are you? Where are you? Fuck off, Delia. Get back in the kitchen.
Literally get back in the kitchen. That's not sexist because she's a chef.
Because she is actually a woman chef. Yeah. Right, have you got any contentious ones? Have you got so it doesn't need to be threatened by relegation. Have you got any contentious sort of selections where you think I might be a little bit taken back by?
No. I don't know. It's quite safe. I may be mid-table, 11th place, Leeds. Because I think some people are expecting them to maybe be knocking on the door for the top 6 now, especially with Bielsa being such a great manager and the way they played last season and the signings they've made and the players that they've already got in the locker. But I just don't. I don't think they're that great. I think they are going to be like the new Aston Villa, and they'll just sit between 9th and 11th like every single season. And I think that second season, I think Doug said before on his channel, like second season syndrome, and I think they'll have that. I don't think they'll find any more ground than they did last season. I think they'll be difficult to beat. I think like there'll be like some games where they look like Premier League title contenders, and then other games where they look like relegation fodder. And I think that's just the way it'll be with them until they get. I don't think they've got enough quality signings in, to be fair. So Leeds 11th in the league might be a bit of a contentious one.
No, I do sort of slightly disagree. To be fair, I'm not gonna completely shoot down. I think second season syndrome are going to hit them quite hard. To be fair, and I think they'll struggle, mate.
So you think even lower down than 11th?
I reckon they're going to go not mid-table. I reckon they're going to go threatened by relegation but staying up. Just because I don't think Bielsa learns.
No.
I feel like he wants to play the attractive football that everyone wants to see. He's trying to live a rock star's lifestyle or live a champagne lifestyle on a fucking dole-ridden budget, mate.
Do you know what as well? Even though I'd never want Leeds to win the Premier League or like Champions League, but if they ever did with Bielsa in charge, would it be great if they had a statue of him outside? Do you know where he squats down? Would it be like a statue of Bielsa outside looking like he's having a shit?
The smallest statue on earth. Just him, some man squatting, look like he's got a vagina and doing a wee.
Just pulling his knickers to the side. But do you know what, Karl? It's like it's a contentious one, and it's Leeds. I won't even argue with you. I'm happy to see him down as low as that. So you can have that one.
They're in threatened for relegation, mate. Fuck them all.
Yeah.
Bastard, dirty Leeds, motherfuckers.
I also think that the team that you reckon might do all right will be in the Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford. I'd probably put Brentford in staying up, but being threatened by relegation, mate. I do, because do you know what? They're so good at recruiting players. Like it wouldn't surprise me that they've recruited some players. Like look at the players they've sold. It's mental, and now they've just the last couple of seasons they look like they should have come up anyway. And I think sales have helped them, but the recruitment at that club is phenomenal. They just pull players out of nowhere. And they turn into world beaters.
It's great management, isn't it, from top to bottom? New stadium, so the impetus to stay up this season and then build on that from there and become like a regular in the Premier League. It is a massive vision for Brentford, and I reckon they can do it. To be fair, I reckon they've got everything. They've got the calibre right now to succeed. But obviously, it'll be a tough season. This season is just ridiculous with the amount of quality that's in the top 10. It's just getting more and more difficult for anybody to break into the top 4, break into the top 6. There's a top 8, top 10 now of world class teams. But yeah, Brentford are in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I love the Premier League in there. It was a bit, even though I'm United, well, both United fans.
Yeah,
it was a bit shit. Like when it's just like us and someone else, and we run away with it every year. It was just a bit shit when it like. I love the fact that I don't love the fact we've not won the league in 10 years, but I love the fact that it's so competitive now, and you're like so people are going because obviously City have signed Grealish now, and they're looking like they might get Kane, and they look they've won the league already. Well, hang on a minute. We've just signed Sancho and Varane. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not a runaway, mate. They potentially going to lose Laporte, and they're going to have to sell players. City.
Yeah, they've got to sell players. And when people say like league's over before it's even started because they've signed 2 big players, when we won 3 leagues on the trot, we then went out and bought Ruud van Nistelrooy and Sebastian Veron and came 3rd. So we had a class team. It was like, we're gonna piss it again, and then dog shit,
and then fucking woeful.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, people need to pipe down, don't they? Let's see what's going on after about 12 games, but we'll probably be champions by then, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll probably we'll definitely win the league by then, mate. Go on then. What's your next one?
Down in that little group as well. Too much quality to go down, but not enough quality to even be mid-table for me because they're way too inconsistent. At the Dell, it's not Dell anymore, is it?
No, it's St. Mary's now, mate.
St. Mary's. Yeah, I'm an old guy, though, Carl.
You are an old guy.
I haven't had a 40 this year. I had a 40 in 4
months. 40?
Yeah. I'm still contemplating what the fuck happened in 2020, and there's only a few months left in 2021. Fuck, man, what's going on?
My life's just disappearing.
Remember, 2021 was awful, wasn't it? It's nearly 2022, mate. It fucking is as well. We've still got an hangover from it. Everybody's just like hungover from 2020, mate.
I'm still trying to shake the 5 stone and put on for drinking one of them lagers in the Charlie podcast.
I've tried my best, but yeah, Southampton. Would you agree with that?
I would probably put Southampton down, mate. If I'm honest.
What, instead of Palace?
Yeah.
I can't agree at all with that.
Why though? They've just lost their best goal scorer.
Instead of Norwich, maybe.
Not
I put Norwich in 18th. I put Palace in that. I am mental, but I put bringing up my mental health during the show, Carl, is ridiculous. Right. But Southampton, I'm not budging off that one.
No, what do you mean? No, but what? So they're just going right? Okay, right.
Yeah. I did the research, so fuck off.
Right, okay. Right. Tell you what, that's down to the comment section. That one. Would you swap Palace and Southampton over, or Norwich? Southampton are definitely getting relegated this year, mate. I fucking don't care what you say. They're definitely going down there.
I'd love to see the comments on this one, to be fair. I better get called all kinds of names.
Get the comments in. Get the comments on Southampton. I reckon they're going down. I don't think they're struggling. I think they're fucking... They did well last year to get out of the relegation zone, mate. I think they're fucked this year.
We'll see.
That's you just trying not to admit defeat.
That's it. If it were quiet, just see, you might move on.
Right, next one.
Next one. So, what's it called? This bit now,
like mid-table mediocrity. Is that a word?
I love it when you say that word. I just want you to say it again. Mediocrity, right? Yeah.
Mediocrity. That's the one. I can't pronounce it.
What have I got here? Let's have a look.
Where the fuck is Burnley?
Big Steve Bruce with Newcastle. Yeah, because do you know what? You know what you're getting with Steve Bruce. You know what I mean? You can't polish a turd. He's like, it's not going to be ambitious, sexy football. It's going to be defensive, compact. They are like Burnley, to be fair. Them two, they're very similar teams. Only thing they've got is they've probably got a bit more attacking flair, haven't they? A bit more speed with Sam Maximin and I can't even remember who plays for him. But a bit more speed. But I just think they'll sit behind the ball for most games against most teams, and they'll lose more games than they win. And I think they'll be there. Where have I got them? 15th, because of Big Steve Bruce mainly and his predictable defensive ways.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that, to be fair, mate. I can't disagree with that, if I'm honest.
But whilst we're at it, let's put the Newcastle twinned with Burnley.
Burnley? Right, we'll fucking chuck Burnley in there. Yeah,
Burnley have got to go right in there next to it. They're literally identical teams. That game, Newcastle versus Burnley, will feel like it lasted a year. I won't be watching that.
Football fixture on earth. Do you know who else I put in mid-table as well?
Go on.
West Ham.
No, massively against this one.
Why
massively? Do you know where I put them?
Where?
8th.
Mental guy.
And I've put them 8th.
That is mid-table, you sausage.
8th's not mid-table. 8th's just below. All right, okay, it is on your tier list, isn't it?
Of course it is.
So what have you got? I don't get this. Then.
So you got UA for competitions. So you got 5th, 6th, and 7th. So 5th and 6th are Europa League. 7th is Europa Conference League, and then top 4 is obviously Champions League. So West Ham are probably either threatened by relegation or mid-table, because because they've got too many games and not enough players, mate. They're in Europa League this season.
I did bear that in mind, but they've kept hold of Declan Rice, who I think is absolutely amazing. I love Declan Rice. I know a lot of people don't agree. I just think he's the complete article. He improves any team that he goes into. He runs like a juggernaut for such a big lad as well. He's intelligent. And I've put him 8th, but I put some notes. Looked impressive last season, but I put them 8th, but wouldn't be shocked if they finished higher. Obviously, really depth, intelligent notes.
They've lost Jesse Lingard, who pretty much got them over the line last season. They fell out the top 4.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. They're good points, but I wouldn't put them fighting for relegation.
So, should we stick them in mid-table then?
I'll put mid-table. They can go in mid-table, yeah.
We'll stick them in mid-table then. Fucking YOLO. Right, hang on a minute. I want to talk about Everton. Where have you got Everton?
10th.
10th?
Right, we beat them 4-0 at the weekend, and they were shocking performance by them. But Rafa Benitez is a smart manager. He's got some good players there. Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, Digne, some absolute class in that squad. And I reckon if he gets long enough at Everton, he'll be pushing them into top 6, even top 4. Not this season, like okay. a bit further down the line. But I think this season, just because of the quality that's in the Premier League, when you think United, City, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool, Villa, Spurs, Arsenal, even, then they're just not at the same table as them teams right now. But they'd be knocking on it. So I think it's still mid-table according to your tier list. But that's where
would you put them in 7th?
No.
Right. Okay. Right. I've got a couple of questions here. So we put Everton there. We'll put Everton there a minute because we've still got Villa. We've still got Villa and Brighton.
Right. So and Brighton's definitely going in that like mid-table mediocrity. For me, Graham Potter has a great playing style, and he gets them playing it, but it looks good. But the players aren't good enough. Lost Ben White as well. The players aren't good enough to like execute it completely. So it looks nice passing it around and moving forward. But then when you get to the box and you're like, oh, I lost the ball.
Would you not put them in threatened for relegation then?
No, I just think they play football's just good enough to keep them away from that.
Okay, Villa without Jack Grealish?
No, Villa. I think I've got Villa way up the table, mate.
Have you?
Way up the table. I think they've made some class signings in to replace Jack Grealish. Beyond it, I can't even pronounce them, but Buendia, Bailey,
Buendia for Norwich.
For Norwich, Bailey. I think they've really recruited well after losing Grealish, and I've got Villa 6th.
You mental guy.
I think they're going to be a massive surprise.
You mad fucking lunatic. Okay. What have you been smoking since I've not spoken to you? You fucking lunatic.
Honestly, I just think they've got a lot of quality, a good manager. They've got Tuanzebe in as well now, and I think that's a decent defensive loan for him. I don't think he'll ever cut the mustard at Old Trafford, but I think he can play in the Premier League, definitely. And I think I've just got. We can leave him there for now. Once we filled it in, we might decide to swap and change a few. But right now, I really think they've got a chance of getting into them Europa League places or even conference if they wanted it.
Okay, all right. This is another interesting one then. Wolves. Lost Nuno. Obviously got Raul Jimenez back. Neves looks like he's on the way out the door. Potentially fired.
Still a decent enough team to be mid-table, isn't it? The Wolves have got.
Mid-table with Brighton, Everton, West Ham, Burnley, and Newcastle.
Burnley. I've got them in 12th place. Me Wolves. I just think running a mill. Enough quality to see off the teams below him, but not enough quality to be getting into Europe. So I think same as last season for them.
Okay, I'll go with that. Right, okay, next one then. We'll go from obviously ex-manager Nuno, Spurs.
You tell me for once what you think, and I'll tell you what I've put down.
Spurs. I don't think they're going to improve much, mate. I don't. I'd probably put them in between Europa League and Europa Conference League, just because. Obviously, it's an embarrassment at Spurs. I mean, obviously, Nuno's come in, Harry Kane's fucking trying to fuck him off completely, even though he signed a 6-year contract a couple of seasons back. I think, yeah, no, honestly, mate, I think they're fucked, mate. I do. I know they just signed that Romero from Atalanta. He's a good player, but he's not like unproven in the Premier League. I know we can say that about Sancho and Varane, but they're big names, and this Romero is not sort of a household sort of name that you want to sort of go to. I think if they lose Kane, they're in real trouble, mate.
They're in real trouble. Because you think about it, I don't know if it's a shame or not. I have no feelings towards Spurs. Like Pochettino was nowhere near the manager that people spoke of him, but he was a good manager, and he did get him in the conversation a few times. And you thought, okay, if Spurs start injecting a bit more money and buy wisely, they could be consistently in the top 4. And all of a sudden, it's just all gone for me. And I'm right with you. I've put them back in Conference League next season for them. European Conference League and finishing 7th. Consistent, at least, aren't they?
But hopefully they can get a trophy in that cabinet that's not got anything in it. So
yeah, a new brand new trophy for the new cabinet.
Brand new trophy for their dusty new cabinet. All right, I know we're flying through these, but Leicester City, I think they're a tough one to sort of gauge for me. You know.
Yeah, they are a tough one to gauge. I've put them in the top 4 this season, Karl. I think they'll get that 4th spot. I just think that Brendan Rodgers has got them playing a style of football which makes them really hard to beat, so hard to beat. And that 1-0 against City, I know it wasn't a full City squad, it wasn't even a full Leicester squad, but I think it'll be indicative of what their season will be. I think they'll be 1-0 merchants. Because I think they've got some. If they can keep hold of what they've got, like they keep hold of it, Ndidi, Tielemans. Yeah, I think James Maddison will have a great season, and then Harvey Barnes, he's going to be a regular now, and that guy is class. And then I mentioned before on my show that Jamie Vardy might be a bit older and lacking a little bit of pace now, but when you're Jamie Vardy, you lack a bit of pace, you're still faster than fucking everybody else. So I think he'll have a great season, and that's why, just for that reason alone, and seeing the squad that they're building and Brendan Rodgers' vision, that I reckon they just get in the top 4, and then Liverpool miss out and go 5th.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, you felt it then, didn't you? You know what I mean? This was a room packed full of people then. You would have felt it.
I would have put Liverpool down here, mate. Fucking get out of the league. Shit bastards.
Relegated.
All right, so we're going to put Liverpool in there then. Leicester in the top 4. Okay, should we talk about who's winning the league? Because I've got United, obviously.
Just 1 second, though, mate. Honestly, because this isn't no longer like a Man United channel. Obviously, no, we're United fans, but it's no longer a Man United channel. You know, it's full of variety and whatnot. If this podcast goes out there and people from all walks of life and start listening to it, that's going to cause some contention. Putting Liverpool in 5th, it'll blow up, mate. Honestly, Scousers will hate that, and when Scousers come together, they're a force to be reckoned with. Honestly, so I hope they come on. Get away from me. You're finishing 5th, lads. Okay, no. But yeah,
so
go on.
Where are you putting United? Top of the league?
I put United top. I know it's a lot of that's thinking with my heart and not my head, but I think we'll be, like, to use your phrase, you love saying this, they'll be in the conversation, mate. Right up in the conversation. You know what I mean? They'll be there until the final few days of the season. I think it'll be that close between 3 teams this season. I think with 3 teams in the mix, and I reckon we'll go off charging. We've got a decent start to the season, mate. We could really get ahead of everybody in the first 10 games.
I was looking at the fixtures, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I was thinking exactly the same, mate. I was thinking, fucking hell, we've got a decent run here. Obviously, the back end of the season is going to be a bit more difficult. But if we've got that point gainage on teams early on in the season, it's a mentality thing, isn't it? It's can we hold? And you look at the team, like the team we've got now. We've got winners in this team now. We've got Cavani. Yeah. Varane's obviously a multiple Champions League winner, multiple La Liga winner, multiple fucking. He's just a trophy whore. This guy. You got Paul Pogba. You got Jadon Sancho, who's won titles in Dortmund, or in Germany. Sorry.
Rashford's got an MBE.
Rashford feeds kids. We're winning, mate. We're winning everything. I think. Okay, just on the topic of Man United, real quickly. If Ollie doesn't win anything this season, what's the answer?
I think he gets another season, doesn't he? To Quaz, I think the Glazers have like dug their heels in now and said he's fucking staying forever. If he doesn't, I really do. I think if he doesn't win this season, I think his job might be on the line. I think there will be talks with the big wigs and like the Chiefs to say, like, can you really do this? Especially if there's no progress. If we finish third or fourth, then I think, and no trophy, I think that might be the end of his era. But if he finishes second again and doesn't win a trophy at all, I reckon he'll still get another season. I think they'll still say that, there's a vision, there's momentum, we're gonna get there. Just be a little bit more patient, because I think there is. But I want it now. I want the league now. I want a trophy this season for definite. We need a trophy. I'm desperate. You know what I mean? I'm always one of these people who champions for the love and not the glory. But I fucking need a trophy now, mate.
I need to fucking win something, mate. Mate, I was on the edge of my seat when England were in the final, mate. So when United were in the final, the Europa League final, mate, I thought that was it, and I thought we bottled it again.
We did.
We were woeful.
Woeful, mate. Just weren't the team we'd been for most of the season. There's been like 5 or 6 games during that season, last season, where we turned up like that, and unreal that we end up turning up and playing like that. I was like, we could have turned that team over, no problem. Anyway, I'm over it.
But I think that comes from having the lack of winners though in that team. And I think now we've got winners and game changers. I know like Harry Maguire's meant to be the leader in that, but he's not won anything. He's not won anything significant. Yes, we're a million times better with him, but I think someone like Rafael Varane next to him, who is a serial winner, it's going to be tenfold, 100 times better when you got Sancho and coming in. You got options off the bench now: Rashford, Greenwood, Cavani, Sancho, Martial. They're all game changers, mate, on their day. So it's hopefully, especially in the middle, hopefully Donny has put some muscle on. That guy is stacked at the minute. Yeah. So I think that's going to benefit him in the Premier League, and I think he's going to be a different player this season and come in and make a difference, like a new signing. Do you know what I mean?
If you sign it, if you get all the players just named, they're absolute quality. If you give them a taste of success, what a team that's going to be.
Oh yeah, mate, it's going to be the best team we've had since post Fergie, easy, as a group, and I think Ollie deserves it. I think he deserves. I think he deserves credit for what he's done, because when he took over, we was an absolute shambles, mate.
Yeah, we were. It was just the club. If you look at some of the teams now, that it shows that we had under Van Gaal, under Mourinho, under Moyes, compared to what Ollie is like constructed. It's like, wow, this guy's doing something a little bit special here. Come on, get behind him, give him the support. And
Van Gaal and Mourinho are serial winners, mate.
That's it. Yeah.
And you got to give credit where credit's due. I know people don't like Ollie and what he does in substitutions, and tactically he can be sort of suspect sometimes, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Like he's done something incredible for the football club, because he completely transforms the way we were going. He's literally gone, and we'll turn back round, boys, and go back this way. Do you know what I mean? So it's he does deserve credit, and I think he's
couldn't agree more.
And I want to do naughty shit to him. So so we've got United winning the league, which is probably mental, but we're going to go with it. We've got obviously it only leaves 3 more teams. So we've got Chelsea, City, and Arsenal. You fucking mad guy.
I've not got Arsenal in the top 4.
Where have you got Arsenal then?
Because obviously Man United are champions, that's 1, and then there's only 3 teams left.
Oh yeah, where have you got Arsenal then? There.
I've got Arsenal mid-table. 9th.
Right, so who's going in? 5th, 6th. Oh yeah. No, of course you have. Yeah, no, you have. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. It's my mathematical genius coming into play there.
Arsenal, like, even without European football this season, will struggle. They're just a shit team. They are a mid-table team now. Ben White's a decent signing, I think. But it's going to take him a while to adjust. I know he played at Brighton, but it's going to take him a while to adjust, like, with a team that's got a reputation like the magnitude of Arsenal. If he hits the ground running, fair play to that, but I just don't think they've got players that are hungry enough. I don't think they've got a manager that's good enough. And I know they did have a little bit of resurgence near the end of last season, and they'll be hoping that momentum carries through. But for me, now what are you saying about them?
Yeah, no, Arsenal shit, mate. It wouldn't surprise me if they were lower than that, if I'm honest. They don't their board is woeful. Like ours are bad. Our owners are bad, but this season they've had to kick up the arse with all the protests, and fair play to everyone. They sort of changed their sort of mentality on spending and that. And we're not forgetting, by the way, because they've spent a few bucks, that they're still leeches and need to leave. But they're doing it. They're doing what we want at the minute, so we'll keep them there for the time being. But Arsenal, they're never gonna change.
Nah,
they never spend any money. They never do anything, and then they always blame it on the manager. And Arteta's doing a good job there, I think. I think Emery, when Unai Emery was there, he tried doing a bit too much and trying to play expensive football with the players that he had, and I don't think it quite worked out. But I think Arteta's gone in with a sort of mentality of we're shit, so we need to sort of play to our strengths. And I think he's doing all right. But
listen, right, they're Arsenal. They will be back in the top 4 at some point. You know what I mean? They're a team of that kind of pedigree. They will find their way back there. But they're doing a bit like what United's done, what Ollie's done, and transforming the team back to what it was from top to bottom, implementing that kind of structure from top to bottom, and finding an ideology and a philosophy. And it'll slowly get there. Maybe 2-3 years, they'll be back in the conversation. But this season, this is their rebuild. It's going to be a struggle for them.
Yeah, they're in that transition. Well, we've been in a transition for about 4 years, but I think they're in the same sort of boat, aren't they? Where they're trying to find their feet again with a club legend that's actually a half decent manager. So
it's their transition's like being in a boat that's taking on water, and you're like, every time you throw the water out of the bucket, there's just as much coming through the hole. You know what I mean, just keeping yourself like just above water. That's what Arsenal are doing right now.
I hope they sink all the way to League One, mate. Bastards. No, but right, okay. So we've sort of settled with that sort. So we've got Man United win the league, Leicester, Chelsea, and Man City finishing completing the top 4, with Villa, Spurs, and Liverpool in the last of the European spots. We've got Newcastle, Burnley, West Ham, Everton, Brighton, Wolves, and Arsenal sort of sitting around mid-table / threatened by relegation, but indefinite relegation threatened teams. We've got Leeds, Brentford, and Southampton. Leeds, I hope they get fucking relegated. They're scumbag bastards. We've got Watford, Palace, and Norwich facing the drop back into the Championship, which I think is pretty bang on, to be fair. But if anyone disagrees or agrees with me and Russell, make sure you get it in the comment section below.
I do like that now the lock-in is quite an impartial channel. It's not just Man United orientated, but you still make it fun with it.
But Man United definitely win the league, mate.
Man United win the league and Leeds are dirty bastards. To all the Leeds viewers out there and listeners, good morning, good afternoon.
No, fuck them. Regardless of what we are now, mate, Leeds will always be dirty scumbag bastards. It doesn't matter. I hate them all. I fucking wish the hell rains down on them all. No, but listen, it's the first episode of the podcast, and we're back doing what we do best. We're trying to predict the football, which actually we don't do that very well, but we're doing it
for entertainment.
For entertainment,
that's it.
We are woeful, but no, it's going to be a little bit of a short episode this week, just because it's a little bit of a pilot to see how well this goes down. Next week we should have a guest on. Hopefully, it's an ex-England international. Actually, I think she might be coming on next week. So, you know, we're fucking rolling with the big dogs around here, mate. Ex-international England international footballers coming on the podcast and all that. So hopefully I can nail that down. Have you enjoyed yourself today, Russell?
Mate, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was a good laugh. And I haven't really predicted anything like this so far in like the pre-season and whatnot. So I'm looking at that table and I'm like, I've nailed it. We've nailed it. We've nailed it. But yeah.
If that doesn't happen, mate, I'm going to be wounded.
Well, yeah, I might have a 5 on that.
Do it, mate. Get it fucking down, mate.
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can like predict a league or Will Illand or other betting places that are available. And
Brandon
and say like, listen, can I just like guess the league? I bet the odds would be phenomenal.
Well, if Leicester were 5,000 to 1 to win the Premier League, mate, I imagine how much you would have got to predict the whole league.
Yeah. Buzzing, mate. But no, I really enjoyed it. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, it was alright, yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah,
it was all right.
It'll get better, won't it?
Well,
I dare say.
I dare say. But no, just to touch on what we're going to do now. Like I said at the start of the podcast, we are going to try and get guests on from all sort of walks of life, not just the footballing world, from across the internet, from actual careers, maybe even criminals. We don't know, mate. We're going to try and delve into people's stories a little bit more than just the generic "I hate Leeds" and "I love Manchester United" videos that you usually see over on this channel. And we've got Russell to join us as part of the fucking journey. So, and I think we do quite well. Like I said before, I'm funny. No, you're funny. I'm funnier.
Yeah.
So,
should start a poll to see if we should keep this beard as well.
Yeah, you can't do polls on YouTube anymore, but we can do polls on Twitter. So we'll fucking do it. But you got more followers than me, so you can do the poll.
No, I'm keeping it anyway. I don't give a shit what they say.
They give a fuck what people think of me on the internet.
Look at me almost getting angry over something that's hypothetical. Ah, fuck him.
Anyway, fucking hell. Thanks for everyone to watching / listening if you're on the old podcast platforms. Make sure to go and check Russell's channel at Eat, Sleep, United, Repeat. Yeah, that is actually a United channel. And it's charity as well. It's charity. So if you want to go and raise some money for charity, then get over there and support Russell on his mate, what are you doing at the minute on the charity front? Enlighten us.
We've done all kinds. I've had like donations from like obviously people like Gaynor Hammond, Jim B. I'm gonna forget people right now because there's been so many people like donating like Man United signed shirts and stuff like that. And all we do is we do like 40 places on that one of them wheels inspired by you. You introduced me to them. People pay between like £5 and £15 for a spot on the wheel. And then we collect it for charity. We've raised over about £2,000 right now. And what we said we'd do, we started raising, we're going to raise from January to December, a calendar year. And in December, then we're going to vote on where we want the money to go, if it be one charity or two charities. But all the charities will be like affiliated to Manchester United. So in some ways, so maybe like the Bobby Charlton Foundation, First Year, the United Foundation, something along those lines. We might do like half to that and then half to just like a known charity as well. So yeah, so hopefully we might get it up to. We've got 4 months left yet. Maybe get it up to $3,000. That'd be a good year's effort. And I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour podcast, maybe like towards Christmas time, because that might generate a bit of a whack for it. But it's been good. It's just a lovely community we got on there. We've not got like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. It's just like a small community. We have a bit of a laugh and we raise money for charity. We talk about Man United. What's not to love?
What's not to love, mate? And small communities build a channel, mate. So you're doing a fucking cracking job, mate. That's the key to everyone's success on this platform, mate. So well fucking done, mate. Well done. So yeah, get over there, check Russell out. All the links will be in the description below this video on YouTube. And if you are listening audio wise, it's Eat, Sleep, United, Repeat on YouTube. So get over there, check him out. Follow him on Twitter, Rusty.
Stretford_10.
Yeah, that's it. Stretford_10. Yeah, sorry. Your actual name on Twitter is Rusty, isn't it? So,
yeah.
So yeah, get over there. Follow Russell on Twitter. It'd be much appreciated. All the relative links will be in the descriptions. So check them out. We'll see you next week with a guest, hopefully, with a proper serious conversation again about football, no doubt. But it's going to be a good one because we're going to talk about all sorts of like stuff from starting out in football career to up until reaching the pinnacle, playing for your country. I hope. I'm not. It's not confirmed, but I hope that is what we will talk about. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I think this is coming out Wednesday, so if it's not, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever day it is. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out weekly on Wednesday nights. So make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Much appreciated. Like, subscribe, follow, 5-star reviews on the audio platforms, and we will see ya when we see ya next week. Yeah. You're going to have to say something because we're on video.
Bye. See you later. Right.
See ya.
See you later. Enjoy yourselves. Peace out.